Hello, Bill Molyneux here with Bill's History and Wargame World. And one of the nice things about being old and setting up war games in your basement and not really caring what people think, well, I've thrown together a really bizarre sort of Arnhem game. And we're just going to take a walk around. We're using my beer and pretzel rules. I'm going to have this set up for the next week or so. Many of these things, the figures, were purchased at Mr. John's miniature shop. And also, I'm going to be doing some shout outs to people that have given me some of these figures and buildings. So this is just a fun beer and pretzel Arnhem game. And yes, I have buildings from Antietam, Gettysburg, whatever I could scratch together in 54mm scale. So to start off with, this 3D printed building here was given to me by Josh Warliff, my good friend. Our British paratroopers came from Mr. John's Gettysburg miniature shop. And we also have 3D printed Piat British paratroopers. And these figures were painted in my quick, fast style, just a black wash, a little bit of flesh, and they were done in a couple hours. Now, my Goofy bridge, which I'm proud of, this is some kind of packaging material that Frank Prez had, and he brought it over to me last year or 2 years ago, and it represents my Arnhem bridge, I guess. Of course, it's not at all like the Arnhem bridge, but you know, there's a thing called imagination at times. Now, on this side of the bridge, we have paratroopers also set up. And we're going to go check the other side of the table. Well, on this side of the table, we have the... I gotta say, this building here, that's the stone spring house that Lynn Otto gave to me. And I use that in everything from French Indian War, the Boer War, and it's even made it here to Arnhem. So I have all these different buildings in place, and they are what they are. This is just going to be a fun little battle. And if you remember, I got this at the Gettysburg Miniature Shop, and I put in a second floor in it now. And we have a Bren gun in there. So, what I've done is I've sent out a picture on Facebook to my No Stress Miniature Wargaming group. And I have 3 roads here, 1, 2, and 3. And I've asked them to decide. The Germans will arrive in a wave of over 4 different turns, 4 turns in a row. And speaking of the Germans, they were gifted to me. Let's go look at them. All right, these Germans were gifted to me by Dan the Rat Man, Ratcliffe. He also has the YouTube channel Ranger Rat. He is retiring from the Air National Guard as a head loadmaster this month, 30 years. So the German infantry were gifted to me by him. And I always use everything that I am given. Our German half-tracks are 3D printed by Josh. And because I'm old and nostalgic, I had to have this German Marks armored car thing. Didn't have wheels. I got it without wheels. I built wheels for it. And I think it came out pretty good. And we have our 3D, or our model of a half-track that I thought I was going to kill someone when I put that together. And at Mr. John's miniature shop, he didn't have any Panzer IIIs or Panthers, but we did get a Jag Panzer and a King Tiger. A little overkill. And we have our Panzerfaust that Josh printed for me, and they're going to get glued in the arms of a couple of these Airfix German infantry. Alright, so this is the long view of this game. And, you know, I hope you just understand this is old style H.G. Wells 54 millimeter goofing around, and it's not fancy or anything, and it's not meant to be. Now over in the corner, a pile of stuff, that's everything that's going to be going to the Braddock Road Preservation French Indian War Seminar next week. And we'll be setting up the diorama there. Well, that's about it for now. Later this month, I'll be setting up the gigantic Risk Napoleonic game and with the Risk figures. And we'll take a look at those. Alright, this is the Risk Army. A lot of these were Jim McDonald's, who passed away. It was his idea. He wanted to do a giant Waterloo game inexpensively. He couldn't hardly see. He was dying. He did die of diabetes. So the plan was to spray paint them and throw flags on them, which I've done. So in Jim's memory, for Thanksgiving week, I'll be playing this huge Waterloo game. All right. Well, from my little village of Arnhem, and I think I've put out quite a few shout outs to everyone. I'm gonna say stay safe, be kind, be courteous, and remember, miniature wargaming, they're just toy soldiers. They don't have to be perfect all the time. The perfect stuff does look great, but life is short. Thank you, stay safe,